Hey there, so last night I made a tag video. I made it at 4 something in the morning. And I felt like BluRayAnonymous said it best. I felt like Alex after a heavy session of an In a Clockwork Orange with the whole. So, remake time. Kind of rewind, erase, redo. So we looked at the stuff that we liked, and here goes. There's been a change or two. First off, I won't take them out because you've seen them last night, and if you didn't, the video's gone, but hey, you've seen them in my collection sooner or later. James Bond. The 4 Ultimate James Bonds get the first 4 spots on our collection because you can kind of watch it anytime. It's got a crap load of great features. Each one of them does. And great commentary, great stuff, and it's Bond. We went to the theater and saw 2 of the Bond movies. One of them was probably not one of the best movies that we saw in theater. It was Thunderball. And great music, and overall it's a pretty good film. The ending, in the water, is long, really long, but we enjoyed it, and it was an experience that we had together. So that takes up 4 slots. And it's 4 slots over 30 years that you can watch over and over again. This video, guys, is from BluRayAnonymous, Nathan, who asked us to basically say, okay, you're on an island for 30 years. You can take 10 movies with you. The rest of your collection's gone. What 10 movies are you going to take? They can be box sets, if they're, but they have to be like complete sets that you have together. And you have to do it with your better half, if you have a better half. So, me and my better half, we looked at it together, and we realized we got incredibly varied tastes in movies, but we do have a sweet spot in between, and we also are able to teach each other stuff, which is really good, because if you were really, really alike, it'd be really, really boring, and I don't think I could deal with that. So that was our first 4 spots. Ultimate James Bond collections 1, 2, 3, and 4. Just the DVD collections are just as great as the Blu-ray ones. Sorry, but the Blu-ray on Bond really did blow me away at all. But so I have seen the need to upgrade. I actually used to own 4 or 5 Bond Blu-rays, and haven't upgraded yet. I'm gonna wait till I can get that box set, either really cheap or if I can win a contest online. Next up is one that is the pick of my better half. She saw this in theater. It was a movie that she's always loved, and it kind of encapsulates her wacky taste in movies. And it's Flash Gordon. Yes, it's the 80s Flash Gordon thing with, of course, Maximin Shill as Ming the Merciless, Emperor Ming, and just Sam Jones. It's such a cheesy film. It's so fun and so beautiful and colorful, and it's one of those where you kind of leave your brain at the door when you go in to watch this movie. It's kind of what it is. And you just, you don't get tired of it. You watch it every once in a while. It's colorful, it's bright, it's silly. Brian Blessed is in this. That was her choice. Now, stuff we chose together. The Star Wars trilogy. The original, the ones that were good. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi. However, I say Empire Strikes Back is the best film. I think she likes Jedi, but Empire Strikes Back. 30 years, I'd convince her. Next up was her choice, which is Lord of the Rings trilogy. She'd have 30 years to convince me that this is an epic trilogy. I don't doubt it's an epic trilogy. It would take me at least 10 of those years to probably stay awake and watch the movies. It's just, I know they're awesome. I got to get into them still. I haven't got into them. Next up was my pick, and she totally agreed with this one. And it was the Alfred Hitchcock Masterpiece Collection. There are some fantastic films on this thing here, and you could definitely watch this over and over again. And the thing for me, I watch movies because I enjoy them, but I watch movies because I study them, because I love film. Film is a part of me, my soul, my being. And watching this, I'd be able to watch and study the master and learn from him. And when 30 years came by and I came with my hobo beard on and stuff like that, I could make stuff, build stuff. Next one we chose together, and this is number 9. And that is the Indiana Jones collection, The Complete Adventures. Yes, even the Crystal Skull, because you know what? They're all fun. They're all indie, and that's what they are. They're fun films. 4 fun films with some great special features. Love the Blu-ray stuff. Love this. This is an amazing film. And this is my choice. This is the one that I want her to watch as much as she wants me to watch Lord of the Rings and learn from and learn to like Lord of the Rings. This is the one that I chose that we can watch together. And I wanted to pick something that I knew that she could enjoy and that she could learn stuff from, and so could I over and over again watching it. And I wanted to pick a movie, a single one, like she did. I didn't want to cheat it and go just with the box sets. So I chose one of my favorite films of all time. It's a Criterion classic, and I got it for Father's Day a few years back. And it is Night of the Hunter. An incredible film with Robert Mitchum, Shelley Winters. I got to look after it. It's been a while. Oh man, Peter Graves is the dad in this, I think. Yeah, Peter Graves dies at the beginning of this movie. He's the dad. Oh, big spoiler. It's been in it for a long time. If you haven't seen it by now, shame on you. It's got a great second disc that is like I think it's a 2.5 hours, something like that. Kind of like a documentary behind the scenes thing on the film. This was the only movie that Charles Laughton ever directed, and this is probably one of the best cinematic creations of all time. The acting, the cinematography, just the lighting, everything. I love Kubrick, but you know, you didn't need to make a really boring movie like Barry Lyndon to show us how to like movies. Just make a good movie and let all those aspects come together. And every one of those aspects comes together in The Night of the Hunter. It's a fantastic film. And it's one of my favorite films of all time, and it's one of my father's favorite films of all time. This is one that got passed on from generation to generation. Hopefully, this is one that my son will be able to sit down and watch, and it'll be one of his favorite films. My daughter will be able to sit down and watch, and it'll become one of her favorite films. And it won't get lost. This one, and you know, if there was another one, if I had another choice, I'm not sure. I love Cape Fear, but this is the one. Both Mitchum classics. So that is our top 10 list. Done now with more caffeine and earlier in the day so that it can be done better. And I forgot to tag. That was the other reason for redoing this. I forgot to tag people in the video. So I did it in the share thing. I tagged Ready. I tagged Linearia Claire. I tagged the Cinema Woman. I tagged a bunch of people. I'm sure if I haven't tagged, or they haven't already been tagged, TJ was already tagged, so I can't retag you. Again, Falagar, I think you already tagged too. If you're not, Falagar 5 and 7. If you're not on the tag already, you're on the tag now. All these tag your things. This is my first real time being tagged that I can remember. And something. So, Mood 616. Moods? Yes, you. You've got all the freaky horror stuff. All the redemptions that I showed to my better half, and she goes. But, you know, I'll convince her. If I had 30 years on an island and some movies, I don't know, an extra crate actually I happened to, like, get there for somehow, for some strange reason. I could convince her, and after a while, you know, she'd come back and be this big horror fan with, like, t-shirt on, and no, she probably wouldn't be. But we'd still enjoy the movies we picked. There isn't one there that I don't think that would take a while to get used to. I'm not sure if there's anything out of all the ones that I listed that would take a long time to actually get through and to sit down and get me to watch. I don't know if there's either one out of these 10 on choices that would make me, I don't know, fall asleep during the film. There could be one of them. I can't say which one it is, but there is probably something that I would take at least 10 of the 30 years to really sit down and watch and get used to.
The extended edition too, by the way.
Yeah, oh my God, they're extended editions.
And then we'll move on to the commentaries.
I could deal with the commentaries more than I could deal with the movie. Lord of the Rings, Sam and Frodo, that's their names, right? The two guys, Sam and Frodo?
Yeah.
Okay, see, this is how long it's been. I've read the books years ago, but I have not sat through all the movies. I'm not even close. Okay, they're not a couple in the movies. They just look like it all the time, which is cool. What's wrong with that? Why can't they be progressive like that? There,
It's
see.
not even, why are you putting something that's not there? Just because they're friends and devoted to each other,
They,
all of a sudden you have to put something else in there?
see, that should make me feel bad for it.
Oh, sure.
I should feel bad. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I think they would rock as a couple. Why not? It's not like there was a lot of female characters in these films. There's not, is there? There's like the guy Aerosmith's like daughter. I don't know her character's name. Liv Tyler. Liv Tyler, right? Okay, there's Liv Tyler, and there's a blonde one. Don't look at me like this. I haven't seen the movies. Okay, how many are there? Female characters in this. I know all the male characters. I know Sam and Frodo, Christopher Lee. No, I don't know his character's name. Sauron. Is it Sauron?
Solomon.
Solomon. Okay,
Solomon.
Solomon. Okay.
Solomon. Anyway.
Okay, and there's the cool guy. There's Magneto. Gandalf. Okay, yes. My ignorance in the Lord of the Rings is showing through. And there's like a. I gotta sit down and watch these. Yeah, I'm gonna make it a thing to actually get through and watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
When was the last time you even read the books, Aaron?
High school, probably. Yeah, grade 6 or 7, so it was probably maybe even elementary school. I read the Lord of the Rings, and I read Wrinkle in Time, and I read the Chronicles of Narnia books and the Oz books all the same year. So that's kind of one big fantasy smorgasbord I'll put in a while. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of read those. I was a big reader. I was a voracious reader when I was young. Movies came later. But I was a huge reader. I loved reading fiction, but I read everything in my library. I lived in a small town, and then I started ordering and stuff, books on all kinds of stuff. I remember reading Psycho by Robert Bloch, and after reading that, I read like 10 books on taxidermy, just to understand the characters a little bit more. And I did that with a lot of stuff. I read like some Edgar Allan Poe stuff, and then I read some psychology books. I remember reading a crazy ass amount of stuff. So, you know, that was me at the time. I was this geeky guy in a little town that loved Doctor Who, read a lot, and had a fascination with film. And I love those books that would take movies. And I don't know where they are. I've got to find them now. But they would take movies or scenes, at least, and do like shot by shots, like analysis comparisons. I kind of used to do that when I watched movies. In my head, I would like take the flat movie, like the image on the screen, and I would 3D dimensionize. I would Sherlock eyes it, and bring it out into like where I could see where people were standing and where the furniture was and where the lighting would have to come in, because I could look at the shadows on the floor, on the wall, and I could see where they'd have to do the lighting. That was fun. That was my idea. That was my idea of fun. Still my idea of fun. I still do that sometimes when I'm watching movies. And I think it became really cool when I was watching Psycho 2 in the theater, and the big boom mic was there. I was like, oh, this is so cool. And that became a big part of my movie watching. So that's my geekiness. So thanks for watching, guys. Everybody that I tagged and shared before, not sure if that's still there, but and all the guys I just tagged just now, anybody that sees this video and wants to do a response, tag, you're it. I would love to see your video. I'd love to watch your video. I'd love to thumbs it, like it, share it, whatever. Thanks for the awesome tag, Nathan. I'm awake now, so I can actually do it, and my cats are meowing. So that means it's time to check on the cats and get some caffeine. It is time for tea.